We all know I'm about the easy life.
Keeping my side of the bed warm.
This is a great playlist. I spend a lot of time worrying and comparing myself, and then when things like this happen, I feel like a fraud.
Look at that sunshine. Hello, good morning. Welcome to a little day in the life video. No weekly vlog this week because my week has been relatively boring, so I thought I won't put you through that. But today I've got quite a long, in fact I've got a very long to-do list. So we're going to tackle these tasks together. First job of the day, I have a little Etsy store where I upload like SVG vector things so people can print out cricket supply stuff. It's only new, like there's nothing, maybe when I get more into it I'll explain more, but for now I'm just going to keep it like a little side hustle thing. But I am in the process of uploading a bunch of Barbie related vectors, so I had 72 different listings to create. I tried like a bulk upload tool and it just wasn't working, / I couldn't figure it out, it was annoying me, so I'm doing it manually and I think I have about 25 left and it shouldn't take me too long because I sort of got into the like flow of doing it. So that's one little project. I'm thinking like passive income, side hustle. I really enjoy doing it. Doesn't take too much time and why not? So we're doing that. That's the first task. And then the next thing I'm going to do this morning is head to the supermarket and film a little reel because I saw someone do like a reel about branding in the supermarket, like really cool brands I like the look of. So I'm going to literally just look up and down the aisles and find some designs that I like the look of. So I watched that reel and I actually really enjoyed it, so I'm going to make my own version of that. And then we've got loads more to do, but rather than telling you what I'm doing, I'm just going to show you. And we're also going out for tea tonight. Well, not going out. I'm going to my sister-in-law's house and we're going for tea, so that'll be cute. And she's got 2 cute kittens. They're not kittens, they're fully grown cats, but they're adorable, so hopefully I'll be able to get a clip of them both. But they are outdoor explorers, unlike Gus, so they might not be in, but fingers crossed you get some cute cat content. I mean, you'll get Gus content, that's a given. He's already spent the morning playing with his favourite toy, so that's a given. Anyway, I'm going to get this done. It is, I think it's just before 10 o'clock. It's 9:45. I spent a little bit longer getting ready today because I needed to put like a full face of makeup on, but I sort of count that in my work time because I've put this makeup on because I've got brand work to do. So first task, get these vectors done and then it's done and then I will report back. This is a paid partnership with BetterHelp. If you know me, you know how much I truly vouch for mental health awareness and really tackling those issues that often in the past were quite taboo. And that's where BetterHelp comes in to offer a helping hand. So if you didn't know, BetterHelp is an online therapy service. They give you access to thousands of therapists qualified specifically for your needs. All you need to do to sign up to BetterHelp is answer a few questions and they will match you with the perfect therapist for you. And of course, if the therapist you choose doesn't quite suit your needs, you can change your therapist completely for free. I personally spoke with a therapist a lot about my anxiety, depression, and just life, things that I'm going through. It's really nice to have someone on your side that is completely out of the situation so you can get an unbiased opinion on everything that you're going through. So their mission is to make therapy accessible to everyone, and because it's online, it's a whole lot more accessible. You can find a time that suits you and you can either use messaging, video call or audio call. It's completely up to you. I personally use the video one because I found it more personable. So if you're struggling with whatever it may be, BetterHelp will have a therapist that suits you. And if you click the link in my description or visit the website on screen, you will be able to get 10% off your first month with BetterHelp. Thank you so much to BetterHelp for allowing me to share your wonderful platform with my followers, and I guess I should actually go and do my work now. Wish me luck. That took longer than planned because I realised I think about 10 of them were wrong, so I had to like remake them, export, make the photos. It took a bit longer. But I am now going to quickly go to Asda. However, I've realised that the weather is actually being sunny. For the past like couple of weeks it's literally rained and I felt like summer was over. So I'm wearing like jeans and a relatively thick cord top. However, I've just checked the weather and it says currently it's 25 and highs of 27. This is not the outfit for that. I am going to try and find a different outfit, but I am so bad at dressing for warm weather and I'm out of practice, so let's see what I can come up with here. Is anyone else really bad at dressing for like different kinds of weather? Because I'm feeling trousers or a skirt, definitely not a dress. I've just said that and then I saw this dress. That could be cute. My issue is that all my white like t-shirts with prints on are in the wash. So it kind of limits what I can wear. So I think I'm going to go with a dress. Let's go with this one. So I'm just going to change into this quick. There we go. Bit more perfume on again. And this will do. Oh my god, it's so warm. It's like, for once the house is cold because it's been like cold for a few days and our house holds so much heat. I've just walked out and you know when the heat hits you, like when you get off an aeroplane, that just happened. It's beautiful. My car is showing 31 degrees. I feel like I should work in the garden, but we all know I have to sit in the shade. So maybe when I get back, we'll work in the garden. That was a success, I think. So busy, I always forget how horrible the supermarket is, like midday, especially in the school holidays. I got myself, just so the security guards didn't think I was up to no good, because I literally like walked up and down different aisles and picked things up and filmed them. I was looking a bit suspicious, I'll give them that. So just so that didn't happen. I wanted to get some fruit anyway, but I got some raspberries because they looked tasty. I got 2 packets of this mango. I know I should buy like a mango and cut it myself. I've tried like 3 separate occasions to cut the mango myself and it just angers me. So I need to perfect the art of mango cutting. So I got 2 of them. And then I saw that Nestle have these like protein pudding yogurt things. So this is a raspberry one. It was like 4 for £3 or something. Lemon cheesecake. I don't like lemon cheesecake, but my boyfriend will. White chocolate, banoffee pie. And they just look tasty. And you know what? I've gone to Asda hungry and I'm very impressed with myself. Especially after walking down all the snack aisles, that all I've got is fruit and yoghurt. My parents would be proud. I've just discovered an amazing playlist on Spotify. It's Summer Hits of the Noughties. Just came up on my homepage. And it's a bit of me. If you're also a lover of old school songs, this is a great playlist. I'm now going to film a brand deal. It shouldn't take me too long. I want to do it now before all my makeup just melts off my face. I always, with brand deals, sort of do it in a few different steps. So the first step is looking at the brief, and usually I get the brief in like a PDF, but I like to copy out all the information into my own document and then keep the relevant points, so when I'm like actually filming, I'm not trying to like scout through a huge PDF document. It has a lot of like bump in it and like I don't usually need to say all of it. So I'm gonna do that. Then the next step will be filming it. So I need to film it and then make sure that I've got every key point, if there's key points I need to mention, and then it'll be editing. I'm either going to edit it today or tomorrow. It's not due until tomorrow, which is good. And then once I've completed it, hopefully it won't take me too long, I'm going to reward myself with some mango and raspberries. What a day to be alive. So I was midway through filming that and then Gus decided to chirp up. Can you see him? He's on the window. So if you see stories or an Instagram reel of me doing a brand deal in this dress with a cat's waggy tail in the background, you know he was just being a pain and this was the only way to keep him quiet. So yeah, I filmed the clips and I think the clip itself is about 10 minutes long. I need to cut it down to 3 different sections of about 45 seconds. So I've got a lot of footage compared to what's going to be used. And I always find that when I've done a collaboration like this, when there's lots of like key points that I need to mention, I forget what I've said. So despite me saying I'm going to edit it tomorrow, I'm not. I'm going to edit it today
so that if I've missed anything out or if I need to refilm it or whatever, I'm already sat in the right spot and I don't need to like reset everything up again tomorrow. By everything I mean I used my phone and I put it on the tripod in front of me, so yeah, I just like to get it all done in one day. So I don't know why I was pretending I was going to edit it tomorrow. I think I was kidding myself, to be honest. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to quickly rough edit this, see if I've got everything I need. If I haven't, get the new clips, and then we're rewarding myself with mango. Much better after having some food, and I just wanted to sit down and have a quick chat, a bit of an honest chat about things. So it's not that deep, I just thought I'd keep it real. So basically I have had 2 clients this month either drop out or like not move forward. Let me explain. So I sort of pitched my fees and stuff to a potential client, like a project proposal, and after a really it was a tricky one because a really good call. We were a really good match, I believe we were anyway, of like how we'd work together, and for various reasons that client didn't take me on board, so I just felt a bit like disheartened. It just felt a bit rubbish, you know, because obviously I would have really liked that client. The project itself was really cool. They've said that they want to hang on for a little bit and get back in touch, but obviously you never really know, like people could just be saying that to be polite. So yeah, that was a bit of a sad one because I'd spent a lot of time on that proposal and it was going to be like a really cool job. So there's that. I feel like it's almost like doing a job interview and then not getting it. It feels a little bit like that. And then I've also had a client recently like stop the project halfway through, and it's a tricky one, and I feel very vulnerable sharing this because why would I want to talk about things that have gone wrong? Especially when sometimes like I'm kind of blaming myself for it a little bit. So this client, I onboarded them a while ago and we've been going back and forth, I've been creating the concepts, and I've ended up, what I usually do, the process is I'll create mood boards. Obviously we had a call on Zoom, did the mood boards, the client selected a mood board, so I created a concept based on that. That concept they weren't happy with, which is obviously completely fine, so we went sort of back to the drawing board, and there was an element within that mood board that they mentioned they loved, so I sort of based their design off of that. Turns out that's not the vibe they wanted. Now I don't know if this is a communication error from me, like maybe I need to sort of tweak my process and ask more questions, or I don't know, I need to like figure it out. If you've got any suggestions, please let me know. Because then we went back and I did a second concept, so basically designed a whole new package for them, completely different to the first one, and again came back and it was a straight like no, not the vibe. So then we had another call, sort of touched base, and long story short, I feel like I'm not sure, either the visions didn't align or the client wasn't 100% sure on how to visualize what they wanted, and like there's obviously a gap I have to bridge between a bunch of concepts, like ideas that a client likes, and like morph that into the final product. And I feel like there was a bit of a miscommunication, like a judgment in the middle of like it wasn't translating, and I don't know whether that was a me issue, an us issue, or a them issue. So yeah, it felt a bit rubbish. Like, so obviously when I take on clients, I take a 50% deposit up front, so we just sort of both agreed to leave it there, so I won't be getting like the other 50%, but I've been paid for like pretty much the time that I've spent on it, which is obviously good. Like, I'm not out of pocket, but it just feels, again, a bit disheartening. Like, we were trying so hard to get the concept right, and it's so easy for me to like blame it on myself, and it could be my fault. Like, I don't know. I'm not sure if it was because the vision that was presented to me wasn't quite as concise as it needed to be, and perhaps that again comes back to me, that I need to spend time in the beginning like helping clients narrow down what it is that they want, more so than I already do. Yeah, that was two tricky, well, not tricky, just a bit disheartening situations, you know. Like, I spend a lot of time worrying and comparing myself and telling myself I'm not good and blah 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 blah, you know what it's like. And then for that to happen, like point blank evidence that actually no, I don't want to work with you. It just sort of reinforced it a little bit. I'm not sure why I'm sharing this with you, because it is very vulnerable, and obviously I spend a lot of my time online like showing people, this dress makes me look like my body's all morphed, I'm sorry. Yeah, I spend a lot of my time on my socials like sharing ways to do what I do, and then when things like this happen I feel like a fraud, putting it bluntly. So yeah, it feels a bit rubbish, but I guess all I can do is take it as a learning thing. I'm gonna sort of reevaluate how I onboard clients, perhaps be a little bit more selective with the ones I do work with, and not just like jump on and be like, yes, great, we can work together. Like, if I have a niggle like of a feeling that we might not, like, our visions might not align, then trusting that feeling and not going ahead. But obviously that's scary. Like, I'm freelance. When someone's coming towards you like a potential job offer, you're gonna say yes, aren't you, because you obviously need to pay the bills. But there's definitely a balance, and I think I'm learning. Again, I've only been self-employed again since February, and it's August, so it's what, 7 months, and I've definitely approached it very differently to how I did before, so I'm proud of myself for that, and I'm paying the bills, so that's the main thing. I think it's just I've sort of hit a bit of a stagnant point where I need to like sort of reevaluate my goals and move forward and figure out an action plan. So I think what I'm gonna do, have I got anything left on my to-do list? I've ticked quite a lot off. I want to edit a Instagram reel of when I painted this wall, and that's pretty much it. And I've got a client email to reply to. So I think whilst I've got a bit of time this afternoon, I'm going to spend some time like delving into what I want to change and how I can change it. Just a bit of like a check-in and reevaluate situation. So yeah, that paint in this camera looks like it's patchy. It's not. I think it's the light, or I didn't mix the sample pot well enough. I don't know. I'm not painting it again. Okay, I guess I should get back off the floor and sit back at my desk.
So first of all, how is that comfortable? His back feet are here and his head's completely the opposite way. I think he's fully asleep. Keeping my side of the bed warm. I just quickly wanted to show you this because I feel like, especially now it's like hot today for some reason, this is so helpful. So if you remember the spider fiasco from last week, this is why I bought these ones. Originally on our windows, let me see if I can show you without showing outside. We have like this mesh. It's just like a really thin fabricy mesh, and then there's Velcro here. This isn't the Velcro that comes with this particular mesh. The Velcro that comes with it is really thin, but it peels off. It was a bit rubbish, so I bought like thicker Velcro. And obviously Gus has put his fingers through it. Well, his claws. He doesn't care, clearly. So obviously this is messy. Like every time we open the window, we need to like pull it off the Velcro, and it ruins it, and it obviously just looks a bit rubbish. I bought these, definitely more expensive. Like one box does 2 windows in like my house, these windows. And one box is £28. So it's £15 a window. Whereas the other stuff, I think it's in here actually, somewhere. This is what's on it at the minute. And it works pretty well if you're not going to go in the window too much. It works fine, but it's been up for like 1.5 years now and it's a bit messy. So we're upgrading, and need I say more about the spider thing? So all it is, it's the similar principle with the mesh, but this mesh is like plastic. Like this mesh is a lot tougher. I won't doubt Gus could probably get his claws through this if he really wanted to, if he was chasing a fly, but we have leftovers, so that's fine.
And then obviously down here is the magnets. So rather than Velcro, it's magnet. And then on the other side of this, it's also magnet, and you sort of cut it all to size and fit it in. And it's like a custom fit screen. As you can see, I take my bug and spider prevention very seriously. About, when I'd calmed down, about 2 minutes after, I ordered these screens instantly after the incident. So I am slowly putting these on. They are a bit fiddly, but once they're up, they're up. And these have been up for about a week now. We've got one in here so far and one in the wardrobe, and we've got 3 more windows to do. Yeah. You know, when I was filming that brand deal earlier, it's that hot today that my laptop's fan started like whirring, like whooshing, buzzing. Anyway, really fast. And it never does that unless I'm like rinsing Sims. So it must be warm. I wonder what the weather is actually. Alec, what's the temperature right now?
It's 27 degrees Celsius.
27 degrees. Tropical. It's actually really nice. By the way, I'm using this memory card in the camera now. Still blown away that you can get a terabyte one of these. This was like 35, 38 pounds. I'll link it in the description. But yeah, hopefully that saves me like having to swap so many memory cards over, because we all know I'm about the easy life. I'm gonna now sit and do that little evaluation, sort of check in with myself and reevaluate my goals. And then I guess we're gonna go out for tea. I'm just gonna do the window, is that all right? You can stay there. This is the finished result, so I'll like insert before and then after. It's a bit baggy here because obviously when the window's closed it needs to allow like the handle, but it looks so much better. I wish I could show you all of it. Just picture the bathroom and that's what this one looks like.